The Philippine Coast Guard says its first ever joint drills with Vietnam is not related to the territorial dispute in the South China Sea. As Beatriz de la Cruz tells us, the exercises will focus on search and rescue.
For the first time, the Philippines and Vietnam Coast Guard will hold their first joint maritime exercises as Vietnam Coast Guard ship CSB 8002 arrives in the country for a 4-day port call in the country.
Kakandak tayo ng joint search and rescue exercise na pwede nating magamit in the event na ang dalawang panig ay magkita doon sa area at merong kailangan na magtulungan sa pag-rescue. Isa din sa senaryo natin is fire explosion para mai-address kung paano tayo makapagtulungan pag-address pag merong mga ganong insidente.
The Vietnamese Coast Guard will also engage their local counterparts in other activities that will foster cooperation, understanding, and camaraderie.
The Vietnam Coast Guard officers will engage in a variety of activities, including a courtesy call to Admiral Ronnie Gilgavan, the Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard, a visit to the Philippine Coast Guard headquarters, participation in sport and cultural tours.
While the other two countries have overlapping claims in the West Philippine Sea and have repeatedly engaged China in the disputed waters separately, Philippine Coast Guard spokesman Rear Admiral Armand Belilio clarifies the visit and exercises are not connected to the maritime issue.
Walang kinalaman ito sa anumang usapin ng problema natin sa West Philippine Sea at hindi ito nakafocus doon sa usapin ng issue.
The Philippine Coast Guard says the visit is a result of the Memorandum of Understanding between the two groups signed in January, strengthening cooperation to protect its common interests. The Coast Guard adds it would soon be their turn to visit their counterpart in Vietnam. Bea de la Cruz, Billionario News Channel.